Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah! We got it! We got it!
New 52 booklet.
Somebody clip this one.
Welcome to Comics League Movie Night. I'm Jared, and we're here with the old man of the hour, Nick from the Phoenix Press. What's up, Grandpa?
Sidekick!
But first off, I just want to acknowledge something. It's Nick's birthday today, so happy birthday, you old man. And if you guys could do me a favor to, as a birthday gift to our boy here, sub to his YouTube channel if you haven't already, because he's at 595. He's about 5 away from 600, so push him over the edge for me.
Yep, and I'm doing a little cool little thing today. So if I can I'm doing my stream at 8 o'clock tonight, and if you can get me to 600 before the start of that stream, I will play Happy Birthday on guitar live on stream for you guys. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to sub to my YouTube channel.
Oh, and by the way, since we are live during the Army-Navy game, I'm just going to say this. Go Navy! So, we're talking about Sky High.
You being a Navy supporter makes so much sense.
Well, let's not forget, I also come from an Army family.
In the Navy.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, what's up, Cameron?
You've heard all the jokes.
Yes, I did. So we're talking about Sky High, otherwise known as Disney's Justice League. You know what's kind of funny? First thing I want to bring up, here's a piece of trivia for you. When Britt and I talked about Super Wonder depictions in other media, this was one of the things she put up.
Thank you, Mac.
Thanks, Mac. So in this movie, the son of Superman and Wonder Woman goes essentially to Titan's Academy to become a superhero. And he lands and meets up with Huntress, Radioactive Man,
Poison Ivy,
the male Black Canary, and we see what I'm trying to allude to
Flash, Plastic
yes,
Man.
What I'm trying to allude to is that there is a metric ton
male
of
Black Canary.
Yeah, I already said that one. So like I said before, so here's why I'm saying this. There is a metric crap ton of DC references in this freaking movie.
Wonder Woman as a principal.
Principal powers. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing there.
Played by Linda Carter.
Yes, exactly. Another Super Wonder supporter. So they've Super Wondered the crap out of this. So what's kind of cool about this, what I really liked first off, is the presentation at the very beginning of the movie, how it's a comic book.
Yes, and as I was watching it, I realized, oh my god, every graphic designer is freaking the frick out right now because the titles are in Comic Sans, and I don't know if you've ever been around graphic designers. Yeah. They have like this pathological hatred of Comic Sans. The mere mention of it is enough to get them into like a frothing mess of like, hey.
I wonder why. By the way, yes, Cameron, that was Linda Carter. I think she even twirled at one point when she activated her powers.
Yep, and I mean, there's literally a line at the end that she's exiting the detention. She says, "I'm not Wonder Woman, you know." Jared, how happy were you when you heard the headline?
I was like, yes. So, essentially, Superboy goes to essentially Titan's Academy to learn how to be a superhero, and it's as close to your typical high school as you can get, but except it's just how to be a superhero, which makes me wonder. So you're telling me that a bunch of superheroes never went to high school in this universe? To regular high school?
Probably the way it works is they're getting a high school education. And when they graduate, it's like, oh, you're from this private academy. And that's where your high school diploma's from, or whatever.
Okay, that kind of works. But so what I like about this, the first place they go is power placement, which is the most hilariously mean thing in the world, where the male Black Canary, played by
Bruce Campbell.
Essentially has them power up. And I like how like the first guy that shows up is like a small nerdy looking guy. He turns it into the thing, and then they go, car. The car comes down and he holds it up and he goes, oh, hero. And I love this one girl turns into a beach ball and he goes, sidekick.
Yes, he has fun. And it is Bruce freaking Campbell as your gym coach.
Well, here's the thing. There is a ridiculous amount of former or would-be DC actors in this movie.
I mean, the love interest, the plant lady, is literally Caitlin Snow from The Flash.
Notice how she's a redhead in this, and she can control plants.
And her primary color is green. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, this of all the like DC like groups or like families that I think that this one is very much heavily based on, it's Batman. Heavily Batman.
See, I always wish there would have been an episode on The Flash where they would have gotten the actor who plays Will in this movie to come back onto The Flash and play like her ex-boyfriend. It's like, oh yeah, we dated in high school, we were in love, it just didn't really work out. And
you find out that she is actually that girl, but in the witness protection program.
Oh my god, why?
Hey, what's up, Sean Franklin? Yeah, and so wait. So you're telling me that Superboy is the brother of Star-Lord?
Oh my god.
Because they share a father? Yes, classic comics is a very I gotta say, so Nick and I were talking about this before we went live, and I was gonna say, yeah, this movie is freaking cheesy. It's supposed to be because it's clearly emulating Silver Age comics.
Golden Age,
even golden to Silver Age. But this is one of those movies where it can be as cheesy as it wants to be, but it's actually not bad at all. Like at no point is it cringe.
Yeah, I agree with classic comics here. I actually mentioned that before we did the stream. This is very much like a 80s high school movie. Somewhat updated to modern times, but also with like a superhero veneer over it. It is cheesy, it is all that stuff, but it owns it. It wears it on its sleeve. It's earnest. Like it knows what it is. It doesn't pretend to be. This is not a serious, highbrow whatever. This is not Endgame. This is just.
Can you imagine Zack Snyder directing the Sky High sequel?
Somewhat slow-mo.
Everyone's just walking in slow motion, and then someone's self-aware of it and goes, why are we in slow motion? And there's a superhero whose his whole ability is to go in slow motion.
Oh god,
that would be great. Sean Franklin says, do you think there will be a Sky High sequel? I know they've been working on it for a while, because in March 2024 there was still interest in the sequel, but pointed out that since Disney bought Marvel, they only see them Disney only sees Marvel as their superhero output. But technically, they could make the Sky High sequel take place in the MCU.
I don't know. This is very, like, I hate to use the word, but this is very DC coded.
Yeah, he stated that he would like to do a Sky. No, here's what you do.
No, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. No, this is my birthday. Don't you dare go there.
What you do is you make it so this takes place in the Squadron Supreme universe, and Will is the son of Hyperion and Power Princess. That's what you do.
You mother. Okay. Am I? Oh, sorry. Okay.
You now are. Yeah, I love how I got a squad. You set me up so well that when you said DC coded, I was like, oh, okay, I can do this joke.
Also, I love how everyone knew I was like cursing you out. Like, I'm sorry, it just added
Cameron
to the comedy.
Cameron understands it.
I'm sorry, that was comedy gold.
Oh, here's what you do for a sequel: you make it Sky University.
I was thinking that, but like,
because you can make it a less mature version of Gen V.
Let's stop pretending. Gen Z is not mature. It is childish.
Well, by mature, I mean no blood, no sex, anything like that.
It is a teenager's version of mature.
Which that's what the boys is, period.
Yeah, that's why I feel like there needs to be another word for this kind of crap. Because like the boys and Gen
Perverted?
Zs. Sure.
I mean, hell, we had the head of DC Films using a sex scene to promote a TV show. That's pretty perverted to me. Gen Z is Hollywood mature. Okay. All right. So Classic Comics says his favorite line is, "You're confusing rays with beams again."
Honestly, anything that guy said was great, and also he was the Hulk villain. He was kind of like the Hulk villain.
Oh, so he's the leader. All right. You know what this is? You know, I just realized what this is. This is where
Don't
everyone in the
you say it! Don't you say it! Don't you say it! Don't you say it!
This is where everyone in the witness protection program converges. This is where they learn how to adopt their new identities.
I hate you so much, brother. I hate you so
Nick,
much.
if you didn't want me to bring this crap up, you shouldn't have suggested this movie. It's obvious right there.
All right. Explain.
Yes, I do.
Here's my challenge for you, Jared. Explain how Principal Powers is Wonder Woman without using either Witness Protection or Squadron Supreme.
The multiverse. It's his Earth 2 Wonder Woman.
Or without multiverse.
Well, because at some point there's a time skip in between one of
without timelines, which is poor man's multiverse.
Okay. She decided to better connect to man's world. She wants to teach high school because she figures if I understand this country's youth, I can influence them to like adopt more Amazonian principles later on. Check and mate.
Okay, I'll give you that. That actually works.
Because Wonder Woman has been a teacher in her previous, in at least at one point, her continuity at one point.
So you're saying she's using the old ways?
Yes, exactly. So you know what? Check and mate, old man.
Oh God, I hate you so much right now.
Hey, this is the one day I can make as many old man jokes as I want. Okay, it's the one day.
I did agree to it. So.
You did agree to that. There you go. Now, here's the thing. I also love how the anti-hero / Jason Todd is named War and Peace.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He was Jason Todd pretty much.
In a way. I did like his character. I think they softened him up a little bit too quickly, but you know, they only had so much time.
Well, that's what happens when Poison Ivy is involved. Her pheromones caused him to soften up and be more amiable.
Oh my God.
No, dude, I can go all day with this because apparently Superman has his own bat cave where he has the trophies and everything like that. He's got a pool table.
Oh, the other thing I love is, in the beginning, you saw the guy like laser eye the girl's butt. Then she like froze him,
and he's stuck there.
No, it's two people. And then like later on in the movie, it's like a period of time later. They're like clink clink. They dead.
Yeah, they are definitely dead. So in a way, the Justice League kills in this universe as well.
The X-Men do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, because that is definitely Iceman or Ice Woman, or no, that's this version of Emma Frost.
Dude, that's not her powers.
In this universe, it is multiverse. I can do whatever the hell I want in the multiverse.
Okay. Okay, Marvel.
I know. Thank you. Now, all we need is Deadpool to show up, which I wish there was a Deadpool in this.
God dang it.
But again, so what I love about this movie is that it also, when you think about it, it's kind of a commentary on how the sidekicks are treated like crap by the main superhero. Like they're forgotten. You didn't even get to pick your name and or costume. So I'm like, oh God, dude. Yeah. Magenta's Beast Boy and Raven's daughter. See, Cameron's thinking this through. That's good. Except it's the Titan's Beast Boy because he can only turn into one animal.
Because budget.
Exactly. Now, what this did show, what I like about this movie is that, and it's kind of a commentary on like how like there's so many X-Men that have like stupid powers like Jubilee. No, it just depends on the situation because their superheroes could be really useful, like the ability to glow, ability to turn into a hamster, the ability to melt.
So when is soft serve useful?
Well, if you're really hungry, or if it's a really hot day, you just turn into ice cream.
I'm not hungry for crappy ice cream.
Yeah,
Okay. For those who don't know, Soft Serve is a mutant. This is canon, by the way, to the Marvel Universe. Soft Serve is a mutant in the Marvel Universe that poops ice cream, and according to Cable, it is the best ice cream he's ever had.
Oh, fudge you. Cameron says, hey, Jubilee is now an Omega level, I think. Oh, God.
Why?
Because current day X-Men, it's really funny that when they got rid of the Orgy Island, everyone thought it was going to be better. And then Gail Simone legit has racism in her X-Men book.
Like, I get making Storm an Omega level mutant. I get that.
Oh, yeah. But
Same with Bobby.
The definition of Omega is there is no upper limit to your power.
Yeah, like Iceman, Omega,
Magneto,
I totally get it.
I could see Magneto being Omega level. Phoenix, hell yeah.
Well, that's because of the Phoenix Force, really.
That's true. Would Professor X count?
I think he is, and I think Emma might be as well.
I have a good idea. So
yeah, let's look up a list of Omega level mutants. I'm actually kind of curious now.
X powers of 10. What I love about Jonathan Hickman's books is he puts in these little data sheets, and one of the ones he did was a list of the Omega level mutants.
All right, I got the wiki pulled up too. If you want to,
yeah, just give me 1 second because I have the book. Hang on.
All right, if you want to share my screen,
hang on. So anyway, all right. So while we do that, okay, there you go. All right, so let's see.
All right, let me just zoom in a little bit. All right, Jamie Braddock, okay. Iceman, Jean Grey, yeah, okay. Legion, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Magneto, Kevin McTaggart, Proteus, Mr. M, Storm, Strife, Nathan Summers, sure. Exodus. I mean, Kid Omega, it's kind of in their name. Franklin Richards, I think he's like even beyond Omega.
He can change all of reality, yes.
Franklin Richards is literally one of the most powerful comic characters ever.
He is I would say. I think he's the most powerful Marvel character.
He is the Alpha and the Omega.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Let's see here. Got Gabe Summers, Hope Summers. Wait, they just call her Hope? That's freaking stupid.
Because she was the hope of the mutant kind. She was the first mutant born after the No More Mutants thing.
Okay, isn't she like Phoenix in Days of Future Past, though?
No.
I thought there was like another like Phoenix that was like a Summers child. They had like
what
not as
happened is that she was so when the Phoenix was coming back to Earth in Avengers versus X-Men, it was coming for Hope. So the Avengers wanted to take her into custody to protect her from the Phoenix.
But I thought there was like a Hope Summers and Days of Future Past storyline.
I don't remember.
All right, and then Cassandra Nova.
I got it. So the current list, by the way, so yeah, essentially Magneto, Legion, Marvel Girl, Elixir, Iceman, Monarch, Storm, yeah, Vulcan, Hope, yeah, exactly. So it's all those. There you go. But yeah, essentially it's that.
So you have Hope Summers as the adopted daughter of Cable and Hope Summers.
Yeah, because what happened is, so she was being hunted by Bishop. I don't remember why. So Cable took her to the future and the past, and they were like time skipping until a storyline called, it was called Second Coming when she returned. And the thing about Hope is that she can copy the powers of any mutants that are within proximity to her. So it's like there's this one part she's going up against Bastion, and she like combines like the powers of like armor and then Cyclops and just blasts the crap out of him.
Wait, I swear there was like a Phoenix in Days of Future Past. Yeah, this is one of those things that are just bugging me. Hope Summers Days of.
Anyway, and then Cameron says, "Oh my God, I think you're thinking about Avengers vs. X-Men." Yeah, that was the only one that I can remember where she was Omega level.
Because so there's two Hope Summers. There's Hope, and she's like the mother of Hope Summers. It's really freaking confusing.
No, she's not. Wait, hang on.
I was just reading that.
There's not. Wait, hang on. Let me see that. So Hope Summers, I see that. Let me see. So Second Coming, and then I do not. Interesting. I don't know. Anyway,
yeah, it's like she's the daughter of Cable, like the adoptive daughter of Cable, and
But anyway, so it's essentially that's what we got. So what's your guys' favorite and least favorite scenes of the movies? You mean this movie? My favorite is the montage of them like going through the little changing thing and striking a pose, and the one guy comes out in his underwear.
Oh God, and like that glow guy was kind of annoying.
Oh look, I'm glowing. See, lights are in here. If you could just cut their
that guy's confidence did not match his output. I'm sorry.
I know. Hey, what's up, Thoth? How you doing? But yeah, it was kind of annoying. But what's your favorite scene in the movie?
Probably the lunch scene where he gets his powers. I like the little bit where it's like, it's not her twin, it's her evil twin, and he's like,
Yeah, and then, I'm like, okay.
And then a guy just like bursts through, and they just act like it's nothing. Like, that is a mild convenience.
I love where after Brain Guy's DH, he's still like super intelligent. He goes, can you please take me to the mad science lab? And then I change of clothes because I've just done doo-doo. And then just zooms in on him, and he like winks at the camera, and I'm like, okay.
The only thing I have is they played some like really kind of like stereotypical like 80s music. Like they did the Breakfast Club thing. And then also the da 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 da, like that one. That was like the Gwen thing. Like, oh God, it's like, I get you're doing the 80s send up, but please be less on the nose.
Yeah, the thing about it that's really interesting is that, that they're playing a lot of the very stereotypical high school movie music, and I'm like, okay.
So you're saying it's a High School Musical? You walked right into that one. You walked into that one.
Don't sully this movie with that. Don't sully this movie with that, please.
You walked right into that, sir.
But anyway, so I would rate this movie. Yeah, Gwen was the MJ. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. And so what's it like seeing Huntress in this movie?
Well, I'm just gonna say that Will Stronghold, he saw Ramona Flowers and felt so empowered while being in a movie made in Hollywood.
Hey, what's up, Sergeant Caratina?
Jared knows exactly what I just did.
God damn it, Nick. Wow, you had to reference Scott Pilgrim. Jeez.
What? I wanted to give you some negative XP.
Oh, trust me. Streaming with you gives me negative XP.
Wait, you never heard that song?
No, and don't think about it.
Oh, God.
But the thing is like, again, there's like, oh, hey, Huntress. But by the way, yeah, I will say, as much as I hated Birds of Prey, she was a fantastic casting for Huntress. I'll give them that. They had a pretty solid casting for Huntress. I would say so. Who would you cast as Huntress, by the way?
Alexander Daddario.
I would say she'd be better for Zatanna, but I could see where you're going for.
Huntress.
There's a bunch of people. Yeah, go ahead.
The woman who played Veronica on Riverdale. She's got the look.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
And then she seems like a pretty... I could see her pulling off Huntress.
Yeah, okay. Now, so the other thing that I think is kind of interesting, Have you noticed how the commander's chess logo is not anything associated with a commander? It's not even a king chess piece. It's the rook. Which I'm like, okay, that's fine. They want to be like he's super strong. By the way, I like the contrast of powers between him and his wife and Jetstream, because he flies but doesn't have super strength. She fly. I mean, he doesn't fly and has super strength. She flies but also does not have super strength.
Yeah.
So that actually works. I really like that. Now, let's see, real quick before we wrap it up. So, wrap up our discussion of the movie anyway. But so drop in the chat, by the way, your guys' favorite scene from this movie. What's your favorite Easter egg in this movie that links to DC Comics? Me, it's in the class, happy, it's like holy blank man. Well,
I'm sorry,
blank man.
The I'm not Wonder Woman, or just Linda Carter being there in general.
Linda Carter is great. She has also played the president of the United States, so you could say after she became the principal, when she left and served her term, she would later be elected to the presidency. She'd be the first non-American born president.
I'm sorry, but I just really like Linda Carter.
Yeah,
that
great.
woman just radiates positive energy. You just can't help and smile. The way she moves, the way she acts. You just can't but smile when you see her.
Kind of like Gal Gadot. So there you go. That's what you have to do to be Wonder Woman.
The fact that you didn't have Linda Carter and Gal Gadot on the same screen is a crime against humanity.
That's why you make a third Wonder Woman movie, James Gunn. But no, you have to be an egotistical pervert / degenerate.
Can you imagine her playing Astoria and just being kind of mentor to Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman?
That would be great. It'd be a way to connect her to her past and stuff. It'd be really cool. But I don't know. But anyway, so how would you rate this movie out of 10?
9.5.
Me too. It's solid. It's really fun. At one point, because this was the first time I've seen it in I think about a year or so, and not once during my rewatches of this film have I ever gone, oh God, this sucks. No, it's all really good stuff. I dig it.
Yeah, me too.
So let's see. So for a little bit, let's do a little Q&A, and you guys can ask us anything you want about DC Comics, anything about comic books in general. And I'll make another sub push for Nick. So let me go to my.
I appreciate that. Let me check to see where we're at. We're at 96. Just 4 more people before you unlock performance.
So you're telling me we unlock performance mode?
So you're saying it's a Phoenix Press Pro?
There you go. Oh, Warren's dad is Zod and his mom is Lois. Oh, so Zois.
Oh.
Ooh. Except, oh yeah, so you could do his mom is Superwoman, but his dad is General Zod. Zois and Maxabat for life. That is so good, Cameron. I love that. Thank you. By the way, again, I will say this forever. DC has now canonized Zois. I love that.
No wonder his powers seem a little bit lame.
Exactly. And it's actually being rejected by the fan base, because the argument for Clark being with Lois is that she grounds him because she doesn't have powers. And I'm like,
also Plant Lady, she talks like a modern day person.
Oh yeah, that's the one time where I was like, "Oh, shut up! Stop with this."
I mean, she literally I think she says that's blank.
She goes, "I'm against the class system and all that," and I'm like, "Okay, stop."
All right, I'm just gonna type it in chat because.
Yeah, Barry. So make sure to sub to the Phoenix Press. Yeah, I know, Nick.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So yeah, that was kind of
cringe.
They did. Yeah, it was very cringe. It's Yeah. I don't know.
So her mom can talk to animals.
Wait, so does that mean that her mom is animal woman? Eh? Yeah, go ahead.
So the one who plays Jetstream is Kelly Preston. That's
Mhm.
John Travolta's wife. Kelly Preston has since passed on. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you noticed. I think there's even one line. So this becomes the reference in hindsight. I can't remember. I think there's a line where they say, "That man has an ego."
Oh, good. God damn
I
it.
mean, it was like 15. It was like 10 years before the movie, but it's a reference in hindsight.
You know what I would do in the next Star-Lord movie, because they say he's gonna have a film or something like that. And the next Star-Lord appearance is gonna be him on Earth hanging out with his brother, and it's gonna be played by the dude that played Will Stronghold. I'd be like, please, just bear with us.
And he's Hyperion.
Yeah. By the way, Cameron says, "Hey, since you've watched Krypton, would you like Colin Salmon to reprise his role as Zod in the DCU or get another actor?" Do you know who that is, Nick?
No clue.
He played the stepfather in Arrow, the one that he played Walter in Arrow.
Walter in him.
He was General Zod in Krypton. He was actually pretty good. But again, Cameron, going back to what I've always said, if it's a new universe, you should have entirely new actors. 0 people come back, no matter their minor roles. By Classic Comics says Layla's, but yeah, exactly. Killer Frost and the Flash.
I mean, like, if you want to come back as like a cameo, those kind of things, then sure.
Yeah, like he could play a Kryptonian, but him playing Zod, I'm like, no, absolutely not.
Like for example, what if they have Henry Cavill play Jor-El in the James Gunn Superman movie?
I still would not like that. Still would not, because I'm like, no, it's too close.
Also, I hope James Gunn casts Linda Carter to play Hera in his Wonder Woman.
That's cute that you think we're gonna get a Wonder Woman movie.
But you have to admit, Linda Carter would be perfect fit, and I could see James Gunn doing that.
But I can't see her playing a bad guy, or like a morally ambiguous person.
Sorry, Hippolyta. Wonder Woman's mother. Come on, Linda Carter.
I'm of the assumption that if you're playing an Amazon, you have to have an accent. Period.
She's an actress. You can have an accent.
A realistic sounding accent.
It's Linda Carter. It's Linda Carter.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. She could play Julia Capitalis, who is like the first person that Wonder Woman meets when she comes to Man's World. There you go. Max got it. And she teaches Diana English and like helps accumulate her to the world. In other words, she's another reason why Steve Trevor is a useless piece of garbage who should be thrown in the garbage disposal.
Okay. Here it is. So basically, it's basically a movie where Superman and Wonder Woman have been flirting this whole time, and so basically you have them at a cafe, and Superman walks out, and then all of a sudden, Linda Carter leans in and speaks to the Wonder Woman character. "What are you doing? Go after the guy."
That would be hilarious.
Come on, Jared. Come on, tell me you would not love that.
And then at one point she goes, "But Steve Trevor," and then she goes, "Forget Steve Trevor."
And then you get like this whole like they run up and they kiss and they fly off thing.
Oh, it's one of those very stereotypical rom-coms.
Jared, tell me you wouldn't love it. Tell me.
I would enjoy that, particularly if as they fly away, Lois is on the corner trying to hail a taxi, and then the taxi goes over a puddle of water and like splashes her.
and that water turns out to be acid, and she melts on the site.
No, I don't want to do that. That's too far. That's too far. It could
and then
be urine.
and then Lex Luthor walks up and says, "Well, that was lame."
Yes, if I were in charge of the DC, I'd have all of them doing. But Barry Allen says, "I'm so glad you all are talking about this movie because the Commander and Jet Stream are on my list of, so it's fine here. But Super Wonder sucks, right?"
Okay, this needs to be a Super Wonder Legacy episode.
It was. We talk about part of it. I can't like do it as an entire episode, but I did like Jetstream's costume. Also looks similarly to Wonder Woman. Hang on, Sky High Jetstream. Let me pull this up. Yeah, it looks very much like Wonder Woman.
Oh, nice.
By the way, the costume design, the costumes don't look that cheap. By the way, the Commander costume looks way better than James Gunn's Superman suit. Isn't that funny?
The only problem I have with the Commander suit is it still kind of falls into that 90s superhero design where, like, it looks like just like one big piece of rubber.
Mm-hmm. She even has gauntlets.
Also, Power Girl, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. But she even has the breastplate. But this movie is one of the main reasons for loving Super Strength. That cafeteria fight was the chef's kiss. Yeah, where he lifts it up.
Yeah, that was a really, really good one. Also, I really love the Save the Citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the action is very well done in this movie. So fun fact. This movie, they actually borrowed technology from Spider-Man 2. Like,
oh, really?
The rigging system they used for Spider-Man 2 to have like Spider-Man like actually swing around in live action and make it look realistic.
Mm-hmm.
They use that to rig the flight shots, so they actually could have the characters fly around on screen and not have to use CGI. Like, that's why this film kind of holds up to a certain degree, because a lot of this is done in camera.
I like that. But speaking of lighting, you know, it's kind of funny, and this is a thing that always stuck with me whenever I watch this movie. So remember where they're having a study group at home, and then a Commander walks in and he meets all the sidekicks. The way he's like lit when he's standing there, it kind of looks like he has a light on him, like saying, "Ooh." It kind of looks like that, and I'm fine with that because he's supposed to be the Superman of this universe, so I'll accept that.
I just love this little small details, like when he's trying to call the phone and it breaks it, and you see the drawer has like a bunch of phones. Like this is such a regular occurrence that they just have a bunch of phones stocked from this very
that all are connected and somehow don't all go off at once. I love that.
I love it. They went the extra mile. The fact that they literally filmed a shot opening that to show you that. Like,
you know what's kind of funny?
There's attention to care in this movie that I really enjoy.
According to Sky High, Batman is Superman's a sidekick because he doesn't have superpowers.
Batman isn't a sidekick.
Wait, did you guys hear about the planned Super University sequel? It never happened. Yeah, they were going to do that. And I'm like, that's actually not a bad idea if they wanted to continue that.
Yeah.
It's just the problem is, you see, I think if Disney did not buy Marvel, this would have been one of the things they would have pushed. Because here's the thing. Disney needed, again, a boys thing because they had the princesses and superheroes were big. When they bought Marvel, unfortunately, the Sky High like universe became redundant.
I mean, that's the reason why it took us so long to get a Tron sequel. Because Tron, they were positioning Tron to be like their sci-fi franchise, and then they bought Star Wars. Like, there's no reason to do Tron if you have Star Wars. That's why like Tron did okay. I think if they hadn't bought Star Wars, we would have gotten a Tron 3. Also, like, Tomorrowland failing was a factor in that, but still, besides my point.
Yeah, but I think there is a place for them to do Sky High because here's the thing. Particularly in a time when Marvel is kind of the underdog again, trying to like gain the audience's trust back. If you start coming out with these like non-Marvel superhero films while you try to rebuild Marvel, you can kind of, because I think people would start because I think post, I would say like maybe Ant-Man or Thor Love and Thunder, the Marvel logo kind of became like do I want to go see this? Plus the fact this project, this universe is perfect to make it a Disney Plus exclusive.
Yeah, that's the only way I see this coming back is either a Disney Plus miniseries or like a Disney Plus movie.
Or you own Marvel, a comic book series.
I don't think there's enough interest for a comic book series. A Disney Plus series could work.
Yeah, because all the crap that's on Disney Plus that you could market.
So
Yeah.
real quick, and this is my birthday and get away with some certain things. Are we ever going to talk about Big Hero 6?
That's a Marvel property, actually, so I could probably throw that out there.
Because it's a Disney animated. It's a Disney animated movie.
Hang on. Chat, would you guys be interested in us also covering Big Hero 6? Go on.
I think it could work because it's a Marvel property. It's literally based off a comic book. It is a comic book movie, and the movie itself is pretty popular.
I would definitely do that. Cameron says, and I mean, Disney shot themselves in the foot when they started setting up Kang, but didn't do it like it didn't phase through. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, do you know when and so the way what made them decide that Kang would be the main bad guy is his Jonathan Majors' performance in Loki, and at one point they were like, okay, he's gonna be our main bad guy, and I'm like, you didn't have a plan.
See, the problem is Kang was in 3 movies, and he got defeated 3 times. How is this guy a threat? Look at Thanos. Thanos was a background threat. Thanos was there. He showed up in a few movies. He was mentioned a bunch of times, but he was never a direct villain.
But wait,
okay, he sent Kang. He sent Ronan the Accuser to do his dirty work, and he got defeated. That wasn't Thanos getting defeated. That was his lackey.
Well, not only that, if Kang had gotten defeated by Thor, then I could say, okay, you know what, he's going to come back with a vengeance, and then he could still be a threat, because let's face it, if you get defeated by Thor compared to Ant-Man, I'm like, yeah, because getting defeated by Ant-Man at that point, because I thought, and the original ending for Quantumania was one of 2 things. It was going to be Scott was going to be killed or stranded in the quantum realm.
Yeah, for Quantumania, there was no reason to put Kang in there. You literally had MODOK, literally one of the biggest villains in Marvel. I mean, you did him poorly, but it's like Alan Cross as MODOK. That should have been the villain. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. There was no reason.
It's a revenge story. There you go. You're done. But no. I think because here's the thing, and Kevin Feige has been extremely open about that post Endgame. They didn't have a big plan because they were essentially like, okay, now that Endgame is happening, we're just gonna have some connected movies, but aren't telling the same story, kind of like James Gunn is doing right now. And they're like, we're just gonna do this. We're not gonna build to any big story. The audience was like, why aren't you building to a main story? So they had to pull out their
here's the problem. Here's the problem. Is Kevin Feige took a step back. He hired someone else. Victoria Alonso. She was the one who ran Phase 4. She was the one doing the day-to-day stuff. You notice how as soon as they fired her and Kevin Feige started taking a more hands-on approach, Disney started to actually make moves that made sense again. Like the second Kevin Feige is back on the steering wheel, all of a sudden things start getting right again. Like
we get Deadpool and Wolverine.
That was a Ryan Reynolds thing, but like for example, Daredevil, that movie that show would have crashed and burned if not for Kevin Feige. We have him to thank for that directly. Also, I'm just going to say this: I am excited for Thunderbolts. That movie, it looks good. I am legit excited for it.
Yeah, me too. The other it's like so you have that, and then it's like. Yeah, I can kind of see what we're doing. And then Johan says, one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorites too. Exactly. But if you notice, and what's interesting, you also had She-Hulk is thrown out of the Marvel banner on Disney Plus, replaced by Deadpool.
Oh, God.
Because we were supposed to get a lot more She-Hulk. Which I'm glad we're not, because that show sucked ass. And we got shows like that, speaking of that, because it's like where like a new character gets to say she manages stress better than the Hulk, who saw half of his friends turn to dust.
I don't care that later on in the episode she apologized for it. It's still a really crappy thing to say in the moment.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Thank you, Tevya. And I swear that's when the show lost me. And it could, yes, there were some fun parts in this show. Don't get me wrong, like Daredevil fighting in a hallway. That will never not be cool. It's just at that point, that's when I stopped looking at it like a Marvel fan and more like that is when the show went woke.
Okay, can I be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite one-take fight scene from Daredevil is the season 2 stairwell fight, where he's like going down the stairs and he has like the chain to his arm. That is a real the hallway fight scene for season 1 is great. Don't get me wrong, but I really like the season 2 stairway fight where he has like the chain, he's whipping around. It's all one freaking take. It's really good.
Have you noticed that at least recently, whenever you have a hallway fight in literally anything, it gets cool? Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Daredevil.
I fight in hallways now. Hallways are cool.
Yeah, hallways are definitely cool. Daredevil and She-Hulk teaming up was fun. That episode was fun. It's just what came afterwards, like where Daredevil does the walk of shame, and I'm like, and then wait, this is when the show lost me forever. You saw the Scar Son of Hulk design, right? Where he has a man bun. I'm like, what the hell is that?
See, getting back to the Daredevil thing, It really shows how strong of an actor Charlie Cox is, because he was able, like, just by his acting ability, was able to take that really crappy dialogue and make it work.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool seeing Daredevil in his classic yellow and red costume. That was pretty dope, at least temporarily.
Did you see the shot where they had
all the different helmets? Yeah,
and one of them is the She-Hulk one.
And one of them is also his like Marvel Knights armor, and I'm like, yes, yeah. But that's my problem with She-Hulk, and it's like, see, here's the thing: She-Hulk could have been a good idea. It's just the problem is, here's the other problem with She-Hulk: they literally undo everything at the end. You had all this character development built into a final confrontation, and then She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall, and then undoes literally the entire show.
Like, okay. She breaks the fourth wall. She meets her writers. They have like a Kevin Feige, like
that's
okay,
in the
fine.
comic.
That's She-Hulk.
So okay,
like
fine.
her busting out of Disney Plus. Like, okay, that's cute. You know, I'm not gonna knock that. That's classic She-Hulk. That's kind of cool. And her like literally going to meet her writers. Like, okay, like that's cool. That's kind of cute.
She meets a robot named Kevin.
No. My favorite one is where Kevin says, "All right, She-Hulk. Please transform off screen to save us money on the budget."
Yeah, and I like where they talk about how like they're currently working on Black Panther, and all of a sudden you hear the Black Panther theme in the background.
See, the thing is, if the show had been more of that kind of like funny, kind of thing, I think it might have worked.
But no, see, they had to do. And here's the thing: Hulk wearing a hoodie and just standing there like a doofus will never be cool. Bring back Sav. You know what's kind of funny? As soon as She-Hulk ended, you know what everyone on Twitter was saying? They were going back to the 2008 Incredible Hulk movie, going, maybe I treated you too harshly. I never did, because I love that movie. I will defend it.
You know how I would have ended She-Hulk episode 1? What? It's like, all right, hey guys, did you like the episode? Please make sure to tune in, or I'll tear up your copy of Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yeah, because that's a cover for She-Hulk. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, like I would have done other stuff, like the jump rope. Like, there's plenty of stuff you could have done.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff, but no, I also wish. This is not like the show is horrible critique, but this is more of something I would have seen, because in certain runs of She-Hulk, actual Marvel comics are legal documents that you can submit in a court of law. I wish they would have kind of weighed in on that a little more. I think that would have been kind of cool. No, because in the background when she's walking through her like law office, you see like actual Marvel comics on the shelf, and in the She-Hulk comics, they can actually use in-universe Marvel comics as legal documents because they're seen as like accurate accounts of what happened. So it would have been kind of cool if in a court of law she says, and I cite Exhibit A, Amazing Fantasy 15.
Oh god. Like that would have been funny. That would have been or like here's what I would have done. I would have been like, Your Honor, I submit Detective Comics 27 as my evidence.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's an actual that like it's an actual like it's an actual DC comic or whatever.
Yeah. Do you guys think Professor Hulk makes sense? Not the way the MCU has done it, because they pushed it for so long, and I'm like, just stop. Just bring us back Savage Hulk.
Honestly, I want Grey Hulk. Grey Hulk was always my favorite.
Or that. There's no issue with that. But I think it's a good place to leave it. This was a really fun movie. And
also, I just want to say, Grey Hulk did actually team up with She-Hulk a lot in the comics.
Yeah, She-Hulk actually became Grey at one point. Actually, you know what? I have the action figure.
Of course he does.
This is Grey She-Hulk right here.
Nice.
I love it. So anyways, Nick, where can we find you, and what have you got coming out on your channel?
All right. In a little over an hour, I will be streaming on my channel. We're doing a birthday stream. Also, we're 3 subs away from 600. So if you haven't subbed to my channel yet, please consider doing so. I'll be playing some Breath of the Wild. We'll be cooking a cake in-game to celebrate my birthday. And then I'll be blowing out some candles live on stream. I did get a cake. I got some candles, so that'll be cool. Tried to burn down my house in the process. No, it'll be fine. Yeah, if I get to 600 before the start of the stream at 7, I'll play Happy Birthday to myself live on air. So I just need 3 more people to do that. So if you haven't subbed yet, please consider doing so.
So, as for me, at 9 o'clock, Britt and I will be going live to discuss, to compare Superman and Wonder Woman to Cyclops and Emma Frost. And and in terms of my movie night next week, that's a Taladia pick, and his pick is the movie Planet Hulk. So speaking of Hulk, so we'll be doing that. And in terms of my Wednesday video, I will be doing If I Wrote Batman, because you guys really seem to enjoy those. And obviously on Sunday, Nick and I will be going live to do our regular Superman streams. And yeah, have a good day, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod, Zois, and Maxibat for life. See you later.